Hello, everyone. Welcome to It Really Happened, where we delve into the most incredible true stories from around the globe. Today, we're going to unravel the enigmatic secrets of Mexico's own Bermuda Triangle, the Zone of Silence. Get ready for a mind-bending journey into a place where compasses go haywire, radios fall silent, and the laws of physics seem to take a vacation. From its ancient geological history to modern-day phenomena, we're leaving no stone unturned in our quest to understand what makes this zone so silent. Welcome to Mapimi, Mexico, home to a unique 50-kilometer patch of the Chihuahuan Desert that's unlike any other place on Earth. At first glance, this stretch of desert seems utterly ordinary. The Zone of Silence, as it's commonly known, sits within the Mapimi Biosphere Reserve, a protected area spanning nearly 400,000 hectares. It's a harsh environment where few dare to venture. But those who do often come back with stories that defy explanation. The zone's location along the 27th parallel north, the same latitude as the Bermuda Triangle and the pyramids of Egypt, raises the question, is it just a coincidence, or could there be a deeper cosmic connection? Long before it became an international mystery, the Zone of Silence was home to an entirely different world. The parched landscape of the Zone of Silence was once submerged beneath a vast prehistoric ocean called the Sea of Thetis. This ancient body of water covered much of what is now North America during the Cretaceous period, some 100 million years ago. Scattered throughout the zone, you'll find an abundance of marine fossils, seashells, fish bones, and even the remains of ancient sea creatures lie preserved in the rocky soil. Some believe that the magnetite-rich seabed, exposed to millions of years of geological processes, might explain why the zone has a magnetic personality. The Zone of Silence isn't just preserving the past, it's also collecting pieces of the cosmos at an extraordinary rate. Areas surrounding the zone experience more large meteorite falls than anywhere else on Earth. It's as if the stars themselves are drawn to this mysterious patch of desert. The Allende meteorite, which fell in 1969, was particularly spectacular. It lit up the sky and created a boom heard for miles around, catching the attention of scientists worldwide. Now let's turn back the clock to the 1930s when a skilled aviator named Francisco Sarabia was making what should have been a routine flight across the Mexican desert. But as he entered the airspace above what we now know as the Zone of Silence, something strange happened. Sarabia's instruments began to malfunction. His compass spun wildly, unable to find true north. More alarmingly, his radio crackled and went dead, cutting him off from all communication. Imagine the pilot's confusion and growing concern as he found himself effectively flying blind. No instruments, no radio contact, just his own instincts to guide him through this peculiar patch of air. With no other choice, Sarabia was forced to make an emergency landing. Sarabia's report of the incident spread quickly, capturing the imagination of locals and visitors alike. People began to wonder, why did his instruments fail in that specific area? What could cause a radio to go silent in midair? And if it happened once, could it happen again? His account was taken seriously by many and sparked curiosity among scientists and adventurers alike, who wondered what natural phenomena could cause such strange effects. Whatever the cause, Sarabia's experience had put the Zone of Silence on the map. It was no longer just another patch of desert, but a place of mystery and potential discovery. Researchers, thrill seekers, and the simply curious began to take notice of this unremarkable-looking area. Sarabia's encounter was the first documented strange event in the area, but it was only the beginning of the mysterious occurrences that would follow. So, where did the name Zone of Silence come from? It all started in the 1960s, when Pemex, a Mexican oil company, sent a team to explore the area's potential for oil extraction. Led by engineer Harry de la Peña, the expedition seemed like any other at first. De la Peña and his team quickly noticed that their radio equipment was acting up. No matter how much they adjusted their devices, they couldn't establish clear communication with the outside world. It was as if an invisible force was blocking their signals. Frustrated and puzzled, the team dubbed the area La Zona del Silencio, the Zone of Silence. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, he meticulously documented every instance of equipment failure. He noted the exact locations where radios went silent and compasses spun wildly. However, he couldn't pinpoint the cause of these bizarre phenomena. Each attempt to analyze the data left him more baffled, as if the very fabric of reality in the zone of silence was resisting explanation. But radio interference was just the beginning. As word of the Pemex team's experience spread, other peculiar stories began to surface. Local ranches shared tales of bizarre lights dancing across the night sky. Some even claimed to have encountered tall, blonde strangers who appeared out of nowhere, offering help to those lost in the desert. These stories, once confined to campfire chats and local gossip, soon caught the attention of the media. Journalists flocked to the area, eager to uncover the truth behind the growing legend. Their reports, often sensationalized, painted a picture of a Mexican Bermuda Triangle, a place where the laws of nature seemed to bend and break. Now let's turn our eyes to the skies, rockets, and secrets. On July 11, 1970, the United States Air Force launched an Athena 5 123-D rocket from Utah's Green River Launch Complex. This wasn't just any rocket. It was part of a top-secret mission to study the upper atmosphere. The rocket was set to land at the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico. But instead of following its planned trajectory, the rocket veered off course. The crash site? None other than the infamous Zone of Silence. The U.S. government's response was swift and secretive. Within hours, a team of covert experts descended on the area, conducting aerial searches to locate the wreckage. But here's where things get even more interesting. The Athena rocket wasn't just carrying scientific equipment, it was loaded with 2 containers of cobalt-57, a radioactive element. Suddenly, the potential for environmental contamination added a new layer of urgency to the recovery mission. For over 3 weeks, the search team scoured the desert. They even built a road to transport the wreckage and contaminated topsoil from the crash site. Leading the charge was none other than Wernher von Braun, a key figure in the U.S. space program and one of the most influential rocket scientists in history. His involvement in the recovery operation, spending 28 days on site, immediately raised eyebrows. Why would someone of his stature dedicate nearly a month to a single crash? Could there have been something extraordinary about the crash or its aftermath that warranted his presence? Today, if you visit the crash site, you won't find any visible evidence of the Athena rocket or its impact. The U.S. government's thorough cleanup erased all traces of the incident. But the memory of that fateful day lives on in local legends and conspiracy theories. While tales of extraterrestrial encounters and time warps capture our imagination, researchers have been busy examining the zone's unique geology for clues. Their findings? A cocktail of minerals and magnetic anomalies that might just explain the bizarre phenomena reported by visitors. At the heart of this scientific investigation is a mineral called magnetite, which is found in abundance throughout the area. Magnetite is a naturally magnetic iron ore that can interfere with electronic equipment and even affect the Earth's magnetic field on a local scale. Scientists have also proposed that the zone's unique topography might play a role in its strange phenomena. The bowl-like shape of the area, surrounded by mountains, could create atmospheric conditions that affect radio waves and other forms of electromagnetic radiation. While scientists offer rational explanations, a passionate group of investigators called zoneros believe there's more to the story. One of the most prominent figures among the zoneros is Benjamin Palacios. He runs a UFO-themed ranch near the Zone of Silence, where he welcomes visitors eager to experience the area's mysteries firsthand. Palacios has his tales to tell, including encounters with strange lights and unexplained time losses in the desert. Additionally, Geraldo Rivera, a local bureaucrat and UFO investigator, has also documented numerous reports of alien encounters in the zone. These stories often feature descriptions of tall, blonde beings who mysteriously appear to be lost travelers, speaking perfect Spanish and asking only for water before vanishing without a trace. These accounts, while fascinating, highlight the challenges faced by both believers and skeptics. How do you prove or disprove experiences that leave no physical evidence behind? The Zoneros argue that the sheer number of similar reports lends credibility to their claims. As we wrap up our journey through the Zone of Silence, it's clear that this mysterious patch of desert holds more questions than answers. Whether you believe the Zone of Silence is a hotspot for paranormal activity or just a quirky geological anomaly, there's no denying its power to captivate our imagination. It's a place that makes us question, wonder, and dream. And in doing so, it reminds us of the importance of keeping an open mind. So, next time you're out exploring, take a moment to really observe your surroundings. Who knows? You might just stumble upon your own zone of silence. After all, our world is full of mysteries, some big, some small, but all waiting to be discovered by those curious enough to look. So, what do you think? Is the Zone of Silence a natural wonder, a supernatural hotspot, or something in between? Share your theories and thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's most mysterious places, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more fascinating stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.